Hey guys, Geezer Ted. You know, there's this big debate running about who was better, the army, brown boots, the Pongos, or the black boots, the budgies, the Air Force boys. I was part of the Air Force boys who called up and went to Valhalla, Pretoria, then started the regimental instructors course. And we started with Khocha. We started with about 400 guys. And I think it was more than that, but at the end of the 10 months or so, you know, only 24 of us came out with our swords. We went through 4 months of drill phase. We went through at Valhalla in Pretoria, and then we moved up to Hoedspruit and went through 4 months of counterinsurgency wapensfase, to give it its true term. And then we went back down to Valhalla and did 7 weeks PT phase. But in these groups that I'm on, there's a lot of good banter around the brown boots and the black boots. And then I put a couple of photos on one of the groups and showed our boys running in, our group running in PT type kits, you know, with tackies and, you know, just a webbing belt and a water bottle. Ooh, jeez. And did I get some flack? Nee, manne. It's like a corporal said to me, listen, luister, moenie vir my so kyk, ek suig jou oog uit en ek spoeg in jou keel af. So there's some good banter around there, but seriously, boys, the difference between the brown boots, the army, infantry, 5-SAAF, 6-SAAF, 1-SAAF, I don't know. I had a lot of mates going to infantry. My dad was a bat. He was a parabat at One Bloem. And my younger boot was a Royal Marine Commando. He was at 43 Squadron in Abroad, Scotland. So we all had these kind of digs at each other about who was the toughest, who went through the worst selection phases and through infantry, whether it was JLs or PT phase or regimental instructors course, those kinds of things. So, you know, it's been good banter, but I want to hear your thoughts. What do you guys reckon? You know, who went through the toughest times? You know, I don't just want to spew out my own ideas and my own bias, although I am, because I only know one thing. I know black boots. That's all. We did hectic drill phase, some serious weapons phase, and the border we went to wasn't Angola. It wasn't up there. It was Rhodesia. It was the Limpopo. So we went up to Madimbo, up to Louis-Trichardt. Fortunately, we saw no action, and the reason why I say fortunately, because a lot of mates, friends of mine who were in armored or infantry, many of them struggled to deal with the emotional issues of losing a mate or getting injured. I worked with a guy who was shot through the arm, good mate of mine, and also a recce, good friend of mine. I lost him to cancer, as I mentioned in my previous video. But one of the things that I really found interesting was how the trying to deal with the loss of a brother in this environment. And at 55, the reason why I'm starting, you know, this kind of pivot on this channel is to just talk about those things. I never went through it, so I don't know. I did lose my brother. My youngest boot was killed, he died in Afghanistan. It's a little bit sketchy, the details, but and that was a number of years ago. And, you know, how do we deal with these things? You know, why don't you guys share with us what was the hectic phase that you went through? Was it selection phase? Was it JLs? Was it regimental instructors course? Was it BATs? Was it recce's? Personally, I think the recce's, top dogs. Cello Scouts, don't know much about them. But yeah, just share. Let us know. It's Geezer Ted. Chat to you guys next time. Cheers.